Hello, Gemini. My name is Paul, and this is Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. Oh, that was unexpected. First card today is going to be that Empress energy. If there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please do let me know, okay? And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we also have a 10 of Swords. So, between these two, I feel like we've got an opportunity now to get out of this limiting system, structure, paradigm, matrix, belief system, whatever this is that we're kind of being held back by. We're growing out of our cage. This is like a plant that is getting way too big for the pot. This is some abundance that is growing way beyond the container that we've set for it, right? This is very interesting. There's a big opportunity here for you. Wow, look at that. Yeah. A lot of success. I think it's really time for us to get a move on. We need to embrace this kind of energy. I think we're receiving the divine impulse, the information, the intuition, and we need to take action, right? It's time maybe for us to collaborate a little bit. We'll see about that card. I'm interested in what's down here, what's down below everything. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot that we will set down over here and put our alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top of that card. And now we're not going to look at that card until the very end. Okay? And hopefully it will tie everything together, give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. Yeah. But we are doing something a little different here. If at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what that card is, I want you to put your prediction in the comments. Okay? Let's see if we can sort of collectively raise our vibrations, collectively tap into source, and start intuiting, discerning that mystery card together. Okay? That's kind of a community exercise, a little group exercise. You're here anyway. Might as well put you to work. But first, let's take a look around the room. We've got major, major, major. We have 3 major arcana, and the Trinity here is a unity. This is Spirit saying, you know, I'm in the building. So we've got to embrace these cards. This is what it's all about. This is coming from above us, from within us, and from behind us, right? And basically all that's pushing us forward into manifesting this reality. We do have some fire energy. We've got some water here. We have some air here too. And we've got our earth energy. So with this air energy, especially with the 8, we're going to have to do one of our botanical inspiration cards. It's interesting that the energy that's behind us right now is this High Priestess energy. Well, you might notice over here, that's our patron card for this cycle of readings on this channel, the High Priestess, right? So we've got High Priestess energy behind us. This could be that you are being provided the opportunity to not only push forward with your work, with your success, with your ambitions, your goals, but to reconnect with something, right? To fix some kind of communication, to fix some relationships. Could be a relationship with you and Spirit, with Source, God, Goddess, Deity, Universal Mind, Universal Energy, Ancestors, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, whatever you want to call it. But also fixing relationships with the people in our lives. Here is the 6 of Pentacles in our environment. It's time to get this harmony back in the environment, right? So we might have to reconnect, right? This is Isis, and what did Isis do but reconstruct the body of Osiris, right? Put something back together to fix what wasn't working. The patron I Ching card for this cycle is corruption, right? Fixing what is broken. So there's the theme, I think, right now that we should be fixing whatever relationships are in our life that are meaningful, but that might be in disrepair, right? There might be some kind of a corruption of the line of communication, right? The data has been corrupted. We need to restore this data, restore this relationship, this connection. Okay. You may be even noticing in your life a lot of strange synchronicities, psychic events, omens, strange, almost supernatural events going on. And I think really what is happening is your creative energy, your will, your ambition, your growth, your spirit and soul are putting a strain on reality, right? Putting a strain on the structure and system of reality that's trying to contain us. It's kind of, I don't know if you're a fan of the Matrix, but you're becoming an anomaly here. This matrix cannot hold you any longer. We're beginning to grow past the bars of this cage, and this cage just cannot hold you any longer. You've got this Empress. This is the great potential that you have for creativity. This is the opportunity for you to really go beyond what you thought the limits were for your success, for your abundance, for your manifestations. Okay. We need the proper blending of energies to do that. Okay. To achieve this kind of growth, we need the right blending. Here's the art card. We have to be strategic. Right? We have to be strategic. So we've got this intuitive, receptive, understanding, knowledge, receiving the guidance. And then here we have this is kind of the blind action. This is just, this is that side of ourselves that just wants to rush forward with our own will, our own ambition. Right? We're the doers. And so the Art or Temperance card is instructing us to find a balance, to find a strategy, to try to harmonize both our more magnetic, yielding, intuitive side and our more ambitious, logical, action-oriented side here. And I think this is perfect for Gemini, you know. I think with the Eight of Cups down here at the bottom, there is a deep drive or desire, there's a need in you for a little bit more optimism, a little bit more comfort and joy, right? A little bit more harmony in your life. We want this cup to be a little fuller than it is, okay? And I feel like because of the major arcana, but particularly this one, I feel like there's a need here as well for perhaps more trust, right? The High Priestess, a lot of the time I kind of get this feeling of the need to trust, right? Being open and receptive and trusting the energy that's coming in. I see that there's a need for that. I see that there's a need maybe for more intimacy, more love, right? And there might even be a need here for more action, for feeling like that, feeling that we need to do something. I almost wonder are you feeling as if you need to do more for people? Or maybe it's like a feeling protective over something or someone. It's kind of, I get this feeling like there's a need to do more. I don't know how I don't know how else to express that yet. That maybe there's a need for some kind of defense or protection, right? And maybe it's a defense and a protection of this Empress that's trying to grow and blossom and manifest this abundance. Okay. So it's very interesting what we have here. I also feel with this Empress that we have a need for, I'm getting like a safety kind of vibe here, a need maybe for home, for familiarity, right? For comfort, for nurturing and healing, maybe. There's a need for that. Because this Eight of Cups is down here with this Eight of Swords, right? There's this need. There's an intellectual and an emotional need. Our heart and mind are not in unison. Like I like to say on this channel, it's, we go from the original fire, the will, the idea, the inspiration, straight to manifestation, straight to implementation, right? Fire to earth. Instantaneous creation. It's just a big bang of creation. It's the thinking and the feeling. It's our human personality that sometimes slows down or distorts that process of fire to earth. It's not that we need to get rid of the human personality. We need to purify it, clarify it, clean it out, unify it, right? Right now, your heart is in disarray and your mind is in disarray. So we need to heal both of these. And I think it's really through this major arcana energy. And we have that Ten of Swords to say, look, we are getting out of this kind of mental roadblock, this stagnation that we might feel intellectually, creatively, or in terms of our relationships. We're getting out of this, right? Through and with and because of this major arcana, this spiritual energy. And our need for action, right? Our need to do something about it. Well, because we have that Eight of Swords, let's do our botanical inspiration. This is kind of an oracle type card. Kind of an affirmation card. Let's see what we need to know about that Eight of Swords. Okay? Might give us some insight into that energy. The anemone, anticipation. Yeah. I felt like an arrow pulled back and ready to be launched into something big. That's exactly what I've been feeling with this, especially with the Knight of Wands here, fire on fire, the anticipation, the need to do something. Like, I have that feeling, that you're being pulled back like an arrow, ready to be launched, and we need to be doing something. We're ready to move forward and act, right? But I think because our heart and mind are a little bit in disarray, we need to unify these two, right? So I think a lot of this is kind of letting go, knowing that it's okay to let go of some past issues, knowing that it's okay to fix relationships that are perhaps in this disarray. Maybe that's what is going to help us with these two cards. So we can restore the harmony, the Six of Pentacles, the harmony and resonance, the light in your environment. Right? Six of Pentacles is about material success. It's kind of what happens when we repair our relationships. We get this kind of overcoming of difficulties. And it's almost like we're bringing things back. If we're thinking of the Jing card, the corruption, this is the corrupt state, the eights. We're bringing things back to a six. We're restoring the health and the proper functioning of things. And this card is in the environment. And this is an earth card, so it's material things, relationships. It's happening here in the world of the senses. Okay. And the next card is good. It's unity. Right? It's at least the unity of the air energy. Maybe if we get these relationships, this communication back online, then we can allow this major arcana energy to heal our heart, and then we'll be in a good place to proceed into our future, you know. So with the Ace of Swords here, this is a difficulty. It's in the position of kind of what you don't want, what the obstacle is. And to me, this is kind of, well, a couple of things. One, it might be a little bit of our reluctance to get out of this cage, because maybe part of this cage feels comfortable, feels familiar. It feels like home in here. You ever have a bird as a pet? I don't like birds as pets. Okay, that's kind of one thing about me that I feel strongly about. I don't like birds as pets, right? Probably because when I was a kid, we had birds as pets, and I don't feel they were treated very well. But if you have had birds as pets, have you ever noticed that you can open up the door to the cage, and you can kind of show them where to go in and out, but they won't leave. They're comfortable in there. They feel safe in there. That is I think a very natural response sometimes, especially when we've been in this cage for a long time. This is our belief of reality. This is our paradigm. This is our world. This is our matrix. Getting out of this seems a little scary, seems a little daunting, seems overwhelming, because this is what we know. This is familiar to us. And I don't know what this is, if this is cultural beliefs, family stuff, if this is just our own ingrained way of being. We've always operated like this. It's hard to break out of this. So I can see that there's a reluctance for this Ace of Swords. This is the freedom. This is kind of getting out of the cage, soaring as high as you want. Now you're out in the open sky, space, outer space, inner space. There's no cage, right? So it's kind of like you're on your own now. You know, there's no floor here to catch you. But it's interesting that birds won't. Usually, some of them will, but mostly they know the door's there. They know they could fly out, but they don't. Some of the time, most of the time, maybe. But I think it's time. I think you're being given the opportunity now to fly with your own wings, you know. It's this sense of freedom, but this is also the truth. This is also us understanding why, or perhaps where we're going. This is, we've found our true north. So now the anticipation has somewhere to go. Now all of this pent up, which eventually will become just anxiety, will become like an 8 of Wands. This anticipation, you are pulled back very tightly, ready to be launched. Well, now we're ready for launch. This kind of looks like one of those SpaceX rockets, right? Now we're ready for launch. And we're launching right into this 4 of Wands. And this is the completion of a cycle, right? This is a card really that gets things done, that ties up loose ends, that has goals, has perhaps one long-term, far-reaching, very lofty goal, knows how to get there in stages, in increments. What's your first milestone, right? Where are you going to camp the first night, right? Because this is stability, but it's a temporary stability. This is a containing of your fire energy, but it's a temporary container. It's like a campfire. You put the stones together, you light your fire. It's just one way to get this energy to stop and rest for the night. You have to give it a goal. It can accomplish the goal, celebrate, and prepare for the next one, right? So we are giving form to our fire energy, but it's a temporary form. Because there's always more progress. This wheel is going to keep turning. Right? But we have to have those milestones so we can see that we're making progress. Right? It's just like if this wheel didn't have the outer rim, you wouldn't really be able to use it as transportation. Right? So we have to have the boundary on it. We have to demarcate so that we know where we are when we get there. So that we can actually perceive motion. We can use it as transportation. Since there's a rim, there's a boundary on it. So we have to have this kind of open-ended, lofty, spiritual, free-flowing, ever-evolving, ever-growing, ever-expanding goal. But we also have to have stages. We have to have milestones. We have to have smaller goals to show our progress along the way to the infinite, right? It is through the finite that we can know the infinite. It is through the many that we can understand the one, that we can perceive the one through whatever means we can perceive it, I don't know. Through that psychic sense that we had back here. So I think you're being provided a very special opportunity in your life right now. And I think in large part it is about realizing what our needs are. Realizing that we do need these relationships. They have meaning for us. We need to fix them. That we need security, familiarity. That we need intimacy. We need love. We want more comfort and joy and harmony. Those are the things that will keep our wheel turning, right? Keep us evolving, keep us moving forward. Let's look at the mystery card. I'm curious about this now. This is the point of the reading where I'll ask you to try to connect with these energies. Let's try to discern this mystery card together. Put your predictions down in the comments section. You can pause the reading right here if you want. And I'll see what's coming through for me. I think I'm kind of feeling a Four of Pentacles here. Or, I mean, what I really want is a Six of Swords, showing heart and mind in unison, these two. But I'm kind of feeling a little bit more of this Four of Wands, maybe a Four of Pentacles, showing structure, stability, that we're safe and sound, that we're getting what we need as a foundation for this kind of infinite growth and expansion and success and abundance. This Empress card, let's not forget about that Empress. Maybe it'll be another Empress. I was sort of right. It's an Eight of Pentacles. I said maybe it'd be a Four of Pentacles, but this is the Four of Pentacles and then another Four of Pentacles. Or we keep making them. So this is good. This is like the focus on our work. This is kind of the security and the comfort and the harmony and the love and the intimacy that you have, so that now we can focus on our work. We can focus on what these incremental goals are, right? Because all of our kind of basic needs are being met. So now we're not distracted by these other things that our soul is yearning for. Now we have this strong foundation and we can get to work. To build upon that foundation, how many stories up do you want to go? Right? We have that Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, 12, 16, right? How many stories are we building here? So this, I think, is good. This is showing that we're resolving all of this, and then once we get all of these things in place, they're no longer going to be of such an overwhelming concern. But we can focus on manifesting this Empress and making more progress and reaching our goals and manifesting our creative will. and that sort of thing. We are going to do an extended reading if you want to stick around. Click either above or below. In the video description, there should be a link. New readings for Gemini every Tuesday and Friday. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. I want to thank you for watching these readings all the way through until the end. That really helps out the algorithm, and that is good for the channel. I want you to remember, Gemini, that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we are all in this together.